Everybody clap it up for Jared Kassebaum. Everybody let him hear it! How we doing out there? How y'all doing? You having a good night? I heard there's, so I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a guy on a bench in the back with a woman friend, and he sat down and he goes, I'm sitting back here so I don't get heckled. So I just want to give you a little bit of love back there, right at the beginning of my set, just to make sure he knows there's no avoiding it, okay? There's no getting, I'm just kidding. How we doing out there, y'all? Doing good? We're having a fun night? Have you taken a second to appreciate the room you're in? You did when you walked in, but have you since then? Like, have you looked around? You might get killed. That's how it feels. And I walked in here, I was like, are we gonna be locked in here? Is this gonna be an all-nighter, you know? That's kind of how it felt. It's like, yeah, there's gonna be sleeping bags. We just pull this curtain back. It's a bunch of cots, and we're like, get in there. We get out in the morning. Man, guy in the red shirt, did you come alone? Did you really? Am I the second person to call him out on this? No? Did anybody else call you out on this yet? No? Just making sure I don't riff on the same thing. Yeah. You're having a good time now? You're a jolly guy. You just come to, he's with you guys? You said that and then looked at him for confirmation that he is with you. Okay. Anyway, my name is Jared. Whenever I say my name is Jared, people are always like, oh, like the subway guy? Can we stop that? Guys, can we get over Jared Fogle by now? I don't know if y'all know, but Jared Fogle of Subway fame, he's in federal prison, y'all, okay? He's been in federal prison for about 7 years. That's how long it's been, okay? You remember him because he was in those ads for like 5 years for holding up a big pair of pants, right? He's like, I lost this much weight by walking to Subway every day. And then he's been in federal prison for 7 years, right? So can we find a different Jared at this point, guys? Okay? We in the community of Jareds would appreciate literally any other Jared at this point. Okay? If you don't know what he did, all I'll say is that the FBI raided his home and confiscated a bunch of hard drives. Okay? Yeah. I don't like to say it on stage, it rhymes with mild cartography. Okay? That's why he's in prison, okay? That's how bad it is. Any other Jared? One time I said that and somebody in the audience was like, yeah, like Jared Leto. And then somebody else was like, he's not that much better. And it's like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Jared Leto, but if you think Jared Leto is not that much better, I don't think you know what Jared Fogle did. Okay? And we just established, yeah, it'd be like saying like, oh, Jeffrey, like Jeffrey Epstein. It's the same thing, guys. Just maybe any other Jared. Jared the Galleria of Jewelry, you guys have that? I'm just pitching Jareds. I'm just trying to give you a Jared to meet a Jared. That's why I'm on this comedy journey, is just so I can help the other Jareds out there get a better Jared, you know? So when you meet somebody and you meet a Jared, you can be like, oh, Jared, like from that warehouse. And they're gonna be like, what does that mean? What does that? It sounds creepy, man. You went to a warehouse on purpose? Like, yeah, we sat in a room, we stared one direction for 2 hours. In a massive warehouse. They tried to put up curtains, but we could tell. But that's all the Jareds, guys. That's it. You can think of one more Jared probably, right? Kushner. But we're not going there tonight, I promise. But that's it. That's all the Jareds. And then there's me. That's it. So let's get this going. Let's get this going for the Jareds out there. I'm from Indiana originally. Any Hoosiers out there? That makes sense? That makes sense? We're in Orange County. I'm originally from Indiana, and I went back to Indiana recently, and I did a bunch of shows, and I texted a buddy of mine, and I was like, hey, I've got a bunch of shows this weekend, you should come see me perform. And he had seen me perform like back when I started performing, and he texted me back, and he just goes, oh, have you improved? And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt of like, maybe he thinks I do improv now, you know, but no, it's improved, but we don't talk anymore. I don't hit him up when I go home anymore. I don't do that. You know, he just got married recently. I didn't go. I wasn't invited, but I didn't go. I recently saw food advertised as 100% gluten-free. You guys seen that before? 100%? You've seen gluten-free. Have you seen 100% gluten-free? You get where I'm going with this? Can we agree that if something is 90% gluten-free, There's gluten in there, guys, okay? Something that's 90% vegan, you're eating a dead animal, okay? You tell your girlfriend I 90% love you, you're single now. That's how that works. Not everything needs 100% in front of it, okay? I was shopping at a Trader Joe's recently. You have Trader Joe's here, right? Yeah, I was shopping at a Trader Joe's recently, and a man came up to me in the parking lot. He was begging for food. And I was like, yeah, I can get you something. What can I get for you? And this guy goes, yeah, I'm trying to be nice. And this guy was like, well, actually, I'm vegan. So maybe some vegan sushi. That's what this guy said to me. And I said, wait a second. I know they say beggars can't be choosers, but I don't think beggars can be vegan either, okay? I want to make a Netflix show called Straight Eye. But it'd be me every episode just going, I thought that looked pretty good already. Every episode. Just a 5-minute episode. Be like, look at this guy's outfit. And I'd be like, yeah, it's good. Keep going, you're doing great. 5 minutes, but don't, that's the Netflix logo coming on the screen. Full order right there, Netflix. They say REM sleep is our deepest sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement, right? But if that's our deepest sleep, then why don't we fall asleep while watching tennis? That's a new one, that's fine. Just trying that one out. I've done it like 3 times. It's pretty spotty, it is. I like it though, I'm gonna keep doing it, I think. So, I think a lot about Air Bud. You guys like Air Bud? Freaking love Air Bud. We had such a string of movies in the 90s where it just didn't need to make sense, you know? I don't know if you remember, but Air Bud is a movie about a dog on a high school basketball team, okay? And it's a pretty fun time. It's such a fun time. They made like 7 sequels, okay? One for every other sport. There's an Air Bud lacrosse, I'm pretty sure, okay? If you haven't seen Air Buddies, it's an entire litter of puppies playing soccer. You should check it out. It's an adorable time. You're gonna have a good Friday night. My favorite part of the original Air Bud movie, you probably remember it if you've seen the movie. It's the most famous part of the movie. About halfway through the movie, they start asking themselves this question that they should have asked themselves at the beginning of the movie, which is this question, of course: is a dog allowed to play on this high school basketball team? Okay? They're 4 games into the season, I kid you not. And for the first time, the referee starts flipping through the rule book. He's like, I should look this one up. And the camera zooms in, the music swells cinematically. He looks up from the rule book and he goes, I don't know, there's nothing in the rules that says a dog can't play basketball. He's like, yeah, I don't think you need that rule. The dog doesn't go to that high school. Is that not the more important rule in that rule book? Is that not a rule there? How is Air Bud on varsity? He doesn't have above a C average. What's going on right now? What a world we'd be in if every rule book needed like a no dogs just to clarify a rule. That'd be insane. You don't want your flight attendant running down the aisle being like, wait, I don't know, there's nothing in the rules that says a dog can't fly this airplane. Like, yeah, I don't think the FAA would have thought that one up, you know? I don't think the dog is logged to 10,000 hours. I think that's the more important reason Air Bud's not flying American Airlines right now. It's even tougher for Air Bud, you know, because it's like 70,000 hours. Guys, that's the best thing I've ever written in my life. That's the best joke I've ever, that's the one I do for me. Most of these are for you. Most of these are for you, but that one's for me, for sure. That's the best, yeah. You didn't laugh when I said the joke, but now you're saying, oh, holy shit, like, come on, you know? Did you just get it? Yeah, so it took a minute, I just had to wait for it. Did you all get the joke when it first said it? No? Okay, I'll still say it. Another movie I like to talk about is Parasite. Have you guys seen Parasite? Best Picture winner a few years ago. You don't have to have seen the movie to get the joke, but I was telling a buddy of mine about the movie Parasite. If you don't know, about halfway through the movie, the tone of Parasite shifts very significantly, right? And it goes from being kind of a comedy to more of a thriller. That's all I'm gonna say. And I was telling a buddy of mine about this, and I was like, yeah, about halfway through the movie, the tone shifts very significantly. It gets very, very tense. And for the second half of the movie, it's so tense, your butthole is just gonna be tight for the rest of the movie. And my friend goes, wait a second. You're saying my butthole's gonna be tight for half a movie? I don't want my glutes to be sore the next day. That's what he said. And I was like, wait a second. Do you think your butthole's the same thing as your glutes? Let's stop the movie conversation for a second. Do you think that when your butthole tightens, that's the same thing as your glutes flexing? Is that what we just established here? You think that when your sphincter puckers, that's the same thing as your... You think... You guys trying it? Are you guys trying it? Yeah? Who tightened their butthole? Who tightened their butthole? Yeah, I could see it in your eyes. The look on your face changes in that joke. Like, your eyes start looking above me. It's always like, that's a good point, and then it's like... Because that's like, they're different muscles down there, right? You know? That's fun. I think I just made probably, what, half of y'all tighten your butthole? It's a good time. People are gonna be like, how was that show in the warehouse? And you're gonna be like, you will not believe what one of the comedians got me to do. I tightened my butthole on purpose, right? Because usually when you tighten your butthole, it's an accident, but you guys just chose. That's beautiful, right? It's more beautiful in life when you choose to do things. That's cool, y'all. That's really something, right? Because usually when you tighten your butthole, it's involuntary. It's like, oh, grandma was racist again, or something like that. But you just did it on purpose, guys. That's so fun. That's really fun. I'm gonna end on a couple impressions. You guys like impressions? Cool. One guy does. That's fine. Whatever that idea of impressions is, though, just throw it out the door, and I'll get out of here on these. Okay? We'll get on board for this together. My first impression. This is my impression of Clifford the Big Red Dog facing charges of cannibalism. Okay? Clifford facing charges of cannibalism. Here we go. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. That was it. That was the whole thing. Thank you guys. That was the whole thing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got like 3 more of these. I'll get out of here, okay? That was the whole thing. So let's get on board, okay? You'll have more fun for the second 3 if you like that one, okay? This next impression, this is my impression of my Latino friend saying hello to the king of the Greek gods. Jesus. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's the whole thing. Thank you so much. Thank you. This next one, this is my impression of a bartender who doesn't understand the idea of a mocktail. You know what a mocktail is? It's a cocktail without alcohol. This is my idea of a bartender who doesn't understand what a mocktail is. Hey, what can I get for you? Tell me a drink. Hey, what can I get for you? I'm mocking him, anyway. Okay, okay, I got 2 more. This next impression, this is my impression of somebody who moved from the Mexican state of Oaxaca to New York City, okay? From the Mexican state of Oaxaca to New York City. Here we go. Hey, I'm Oaxacan. That's the stupidest thing I've written. And then my last one, this is my impression of a very scared hot dog. This is my impression of a scared hot dog. A contest? Thank you guys so much. I'll end there. My name's Jared. Thank you guys so much.
Everybody keep going for Jared.